Morning. We're awake-ish. I don't think Chris is awake.
I'm awake. It's cold.
21 degrees, and what is it, 12-degree wind chill?
Yeah.
12-degree wind chill. So we didn't really feel it necessary to get up stupid early this morning and head out. So we got up out of our toasty, warm sleeping bags and made some bacon and eggs. Got the coffee pot brewing right now. Got the truck warming up right now, and we're gonna head out here shortly. So didn't die last night.
No.
So that was good.
Start of day 3.
Yeah, day 3. First day of not being rifle season.
Yep.
So it's gonna
go back to the spot that we went on day 1 that afternoon. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we were last night. The days and the times all run together. So yeah.
Go back in there and see if we can catch some deer moving around, feeding or anything like that. Bedding down and maybe put a stock on one or something like that. And then change our game plans maybe this afternoon.
Yeah.
Of what we do. So.
All right. We'll see you out there. There he goes. Well, we saw the buck as we were pulling out of camp. I'm trying to catch him. It looked like he was going to come across the cedars, but he spooked and ran down the field. I don't know if he's going to cut across up here or not. What do you want to do? You want to try walking down here? Okay. Got deer tracks. Going right into this cedar thicket across the road. It goes out across the milo field here. I'm going to try to put a stalk on this buck. Decent looking little guy. He's not terribly spooked. He didn't care about the truck at all. He pegged Chris. That's the problem. Looks like we found where he came across. Tracks here. Heading out in the field. Oh well. It's still exciting. First buck we've seen. Cold out this morning. Oh well, sometimes that's the way it goes, but we'll get more opportunities.
I hope, yeah.
So that was exciting though, coming out.
Be ready all the time.
Coming out and seeing him, he didn't care at all that the truck was there. So, well, on to the next. Definitely some beautiful country out here. Definitely exciting this morning though. Got my blood pumping a little bit, seeing that boy. Yeah. Well, at least they're moving. We've been seeing deer. That's the first buck we've seen though. Well, technically second because we saw that one spike. But we'll see more. It'll happen.
So I was walking down here getting ready where I was going to try to set up and just sit and observe and see if I can see anything coming in. And I was walking down this fence line, and back in there I was a little bit farther down, but back in there, I saw something move and then shake the snow off of it like it kicked up out of his bed. And I couldn't tell if it was a small deer or a coyote. But as I crept forward more, and I get down into the bottom right there next to the pond, then I see way up here at the top of this draw, and then in this cut right here, I see a bunch of deer moving up towards the ridge. There was 12 in that group, so I'm not sure if they were down in this stuff right here or not, but they went up and over the ridge. So yeah, but so this has been definitely a lot more difficult than I thought. The land's just so open that it's hard to get close to the deer because they can see us from so far away. So I mean, we try to get down in some of these wood thickets, but I mean, we're blowing the deer out before we can even get to the thicket to be able to get in there. So not sure how we're gonna combat this fucking problem, but we're gonna do our best and just keep at it. I mean, you saw this morning early, had that deer. My release ended up popping off the string and spooking him, and then he ran down and just crossed too far away from us, out ahead of us, but we got close. But just a matter of time, we shall see.
Well, I'm all set up. I found a spot. I cut some tracks down this one spot that I haven't been down here yet. We hadn't checked this out, so I wanted to come kind of check it out this morning. It's got some nice thick cedars in it. I'm tucked back in some thick cedars where I can see this field outside the edge of the tree line here, and then I can see this kind of open area along these cedars where I cut these tracks. So I'll give this a shot this morning and see how this goes. But hopefully Chris went over far side where we were. So also there's real big rubs. He's gonna check that out. Hopefully he has some success over there. So we're gonna give this a little bit of a try here this morning and see what we see.
Sure. So I was walking down that fence line, and right before I hit the brush,
the real thick stuff on top?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. The side that I went in on on Saturday. I looked down, and at that pond, on the back side of that pond, I see something run out and then stop and shake all the snow off of it. So I was like, oh, I just jumped something out of his bed. And so I stopped. I'm trying to bino. My glasses are fogging up. So I walk down. I get down to that pond, and there's this. You see that little cut that goes up the back side of the pond with a few trees up it, right? I look at the very top of that, and I just see ears. And then I stop in a glass, and they were running, but they were stopped and looking and stuff. 12. I heard a 12.
Jeez.
So they go up and over the top. So then I was like following the fence line to see if I can get around the knob that they're coming down on. And then I'll look across the thicket, and on the back side of the thicket, I see 3 deer running. I can't get close to them though.
Yeah, I know, that's the problem.
That one, I was still 100 yards away.
Yeah.
And then the deer I saw go over the ridge, it was 380.
It's just, it's so open here.
I can't even get to the areas because they see me before I can get there.
Yeah.
And then from what it looks like, the tracks I'm cutting over there and stuff, they're not even using the woods. They're like skirting like 50, 60 yards off the woods and just cutting through fields.
Yeah. I cut some tracks in here. There's some sign. There's a big rub right here.
Yeah.
I cut some tracks lot of coyote tracks in
Oh
here.
yeah.
And then I saw a ton of coyote tracks, and there's a bunch of rubs, and I cut some deer tracks, but they're cutting across the field over here, heading up that way, but oh, I'm not sure.
I don't even know how.
Yeah.
Because that area back there is so isolated. I don't even know how the hell you get back in there without them seeing you.
This is definitely a little tougher than we thought it would be.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna take some work.
Yeah.
Boo. He ain't happy, or she ain't happy. I figured they'd be coming to us like, hey, where's dinner?
Yeah.
Like those ones the other day. They were all about the dinner. Oh man. We ain't got nothing for you. We're in cow country. Got a big old windmill. Pumping water. Cows eating, drinking. A little walking around. Didn't see anything this morning. Well, I take that back. I didn't see anything. Chris is seeing everything. He's the deer spotter.
It doesn't help if they're running away from you, though.
Well, quit chasing them away. Come back to camp. We got a whole herd here. Looking for a handout.
A lot of T-bones.
Yeah, that is a lot of T-bones.
All I see is ribeyes and hamburger.
Yeah. And I see a nice little porterhouse there. Filet mignon there. Ooh, cheeseburger. Your name is Cheeseburger. Your name is T-Bone.
What happens when you don't see any deer?
Lunchtime. All right, girls. Well, you don't have horns and you're not deer. So, hey.
Are you telling us we're deer out?
Yeah.
We're not. I want to listen.
All right, we're been down here messing around this afternoon after lunch. Spent the last hour and a half kind of tooling around here, looking. We pulled the camera card. There's a nice, what was a 10-point probably. He's missing one side, and a spike and some does. We put the camera card on the camera the other day, so that's good. And then we're over by where I sat last night. Chris is putting his hang on up here. There's a bunch of tracks. I mean, this whole area is low with tracks from last night and this morning. So I'm actually gonna go sit where he sat last night with the ground blind. He's putting the hang on here. I'm gonna sit this spot. So I think we'll see if we see anything tonight. Should be interesting to see how this goes. I mean, they're in here. There's a ton of sign in here. So see what happens. Let's cross our fingers, guys. Chris is getting his hang on all set up. We're gonna get up in this tree here. Got a good look at this whole area from that tree that we were talking about. So multiple trails all converging in this one spot. So I think this is a good opportunity. We definitely gotta give it a shot. Getting the hang on set up. Almost there. Looking good. You got a pretty good view up there. Work out. I'll be able to see right down into here. Oh, he made it. He's in a tree. Good luck, Chris. Off I go.
Well, we're up in the tree. First time hanging a stand ever, and it was something else. Using the screw-in steps made it a little interesting. But we got up here. We're all safe and tied in and everything. We got a good view. Put out some half a bag of corn and some Big and J BB squared. So I'm gonna try that. There's trails all through here, and if you saw some of the trail camera footage we have from this morning and last night, there's a nice what should have been a 10-point, but he's half racked, and then a spike and a handful of does. So biggest downside I'd say with the corn is hopefully the cattle won't get to it before the deer can, but that's just the way it goes sometimes. But there's deer trails cutting all through here. So they started moving through probably about, I don't know, 7:30 last night, and now they were moving all the way throughout the night in one area until 9 o'clock this morning. So that's a good sign. Now, biggest thing we're worried about is moving in the morning without spooking them, because they were there at 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way till 9. So we're gonna see which way we can move in. Garrett moved down this little finger cut of the creek down probably, I don't know, 200, 300 yards, and he's pouring the other half bag of corn and Big and J out there and setting up in the ground blind. Definitely makes it a little bit more difficult getting in trees around here. This is the best tree we've seen with the most shooting lanes available without having to trim a lot and everything like that. But you can kind of see off there in the distance, we at the corner of an ag field, and then creek. Tree line runs from here down, and then over here and down, and we're kind of in a triangle. And then behind us, we got a pond, and then the tree line continues on. So we're right here in this funnel. There's a ag field up there. Milo was planted in there this year. Same with that side. And then they've been having the cattle in here throughout the winter. So we shall see what comes on through here.
All right, Chris is all set up in the hang on, and I moved down where he was last night. Got the ground blind set up. So as you can see, the ground blind set up. I got some camo flash put over top of it, some sticks and whatnot, just to kind of break it up a little bit. Tuck back into this stuff here. The trails that are running all in here, from the field coming in, over here coming in, from back here coming in, and then there's something over here coming in. So we're gonna give this a shot. I'm gonna go ahead and get inside here, and I'll give you guys a tour of my digs. All right, we're in. Any minute now, they're gonna be here. All set, ready to go. So, got the windows open a little bit. There's the view outside my window. Got pretty little birds, but I can see all around. I think this will work just fine. So. Get a shot. It has little porthole windows, but I can't see anything out of them. So I think this is the best we can do, is just have these. As you saw, I kind of put some stuff around it. So I think we'll be all right. We'll give this a shot and see how it goes. So let's hope tonight's tonight. See you soon. Well, it's bedtime. Made dinner. Sat on the fire, staring at the fire a little bit. First clear night we've had since we've been here. The stars are beautiful. It's nice to sit around the fire, warm the toes, and stare at the night sky. It's beautiful. So, but time to get some rest. Any words of wisdom before we go to bed?
No.
Figure it out in the morning.
Yep.
Yeah.
Same game plan. Wake up, cook breakfast, go find some deer,
Yeah.
and scare them off.
Yeah. I think we're slowly starting to piece it together, my friend. I think maybe next couple days we'll get a win. So
We could use one.
see you in the morning. Bye. Good night.